It only takes one bad experience for a referee to up and quit sometimes. And now a nationwide referee shortage is hitting prep football, and it's impacting us right here in the Northland, if you haven't noticed it. Our Spencer Pierce has been looking into this for us. Why this is happening, and is there anything that can be done to help, Spencer?
Yeah, Darren, it's even being described as an epidemic. This referee shortage in prep football has hit Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the entirety of the country and Hart. There's not a singular reason for the shortage, but there are a few ideas as to why it's happening.
Ideally, everyone wants to play Friday night underneath the lights, but because of our situation with officials right now, that's not always the case, and sometimes we just have to adjust.
Adjusting has been the new norm for football teams in the Northland and even all around the country. According to a National Federation of State High School Associations study done in 2022, more than 33,000 officials have put away their whistles for good since the start of 2018. The natural follow-up question is why?
The way officials are treated overall has really soured some people on coming out, especially young sports. You get a young official, and then at a Little League game or a youth football, those parents, I don't think, truly understand what it's like just to have their kids involved. And then you get over-aggressive coaches, too. So I think when you get people in the game too early, they get attacked in a negative way and they have a negative experience, and then they're less likely to come back into it.
The mind may take you to varsity football, the most popular of any high school sporting level, but it's the JV and even freshman games where the scrutiny becomes the worst.
Schools are recognizing that they need to create an environment where, especially at the 9th grade JV level, they just can't leave those games unsupervised, where those parents or those maybe unexperienced coaches are just attacking the officials, because all it takes is one bad experience for an official not to ever do a game. And
Ray Cozy, a former athletic director at Superior High School, knows this shortage all too well. Cozy not only referees himself, but is also in charge of scheduling all other referees in the area.
We have some nights that everybody's working. There's some nights that we use a nice system that you can block your schedule. I have to send out kind of text or emails begging people to unblock, and then that gets into their family life, into their work life. So it is stressful for me as a scheduler to make sure we get all these people in the right spot so these kids can still play their games.
The willingness of referees to move around their schedules goes hand in hand with schools' athletic departments, though.
It always seems that somehow we're able to get the games covered, working with schools, moving game times, moving dates, asking people to open up, but it just doesn't happen without a lot of work. People come in, they see officials show up, and they think, well, great, we got officials, but I don't think they truly understand all the work that gets those teams and those officials to that site just so the kids can play the game.
Luckily for Cozy and his crews, schools are willing to change things around.
We really like to help them out whenever we can because we get so much support having them show up and take care of our games.
But that doesn't mean there's not a level of uncomfortability.
I think football and football coaches are creatures of habit. And so you're used to structuring your whole week around Friday night. And so if anything alters that plan, a game gets pushed back time-wise, like that first game against Moore gets pushed back an hour, a game gets moved up by an hour. It's for most football coaches who are a creature of habit, that's a big deal.
Moving a game up is not all bad news, though. High school football players are given the chance to enjoy a Friday night during the season.
You get a day off. You get Friday off. You get, we decided not to practice after our game, so they get a 3-day weekend. They get to go, actually, our guys wanted to go watch football. They wanted to go enjoy a Friday night and go watch East play croquet. They want to travel down to North Branch and watch that North Branch Hermantown game. And so they got a chance to self-scout, and go to a game. And I think that's the unique thing, is they get to enjoy a Friday night. You get a 3-day weekend. We get an extra day to prepare. You kind of get that day on the back end, then to prepare for the next opponent. You get that extra day as well.
I really like Thursday games, actually. Weeks get kind of long. Football's a real grind. And when we can have a one-day shorter week, I give the kids Friday off so they can be a normal kid, go home after school, hang out with their friends in the middle of the season, and it does shorten things up as far as preparation, but kind of gets the kids to focus a little more too, because they know they have one less day to get ready.
But there's no right answer to any of this. People leave the game for whatever reason and don't end up coming back. But there is a bottom line.
Hey, everybody has a role at a contest. Let the kids play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and parents just sit there and enjoy your kids playing, and whether they win or lose, just be happy that you got to watch them play, because there is enough people willing to coach and officiate that game for your kids that day.
Darren, October 10th is a day that kind of circle on the calendar, expected to be hit pretty hard by that shortage, excuse me. And then even tomorrow at ESCO, the game has been moved up to 4 p.m. so that the officials' crew can work a second game later in the night.
Wow, you've been talking about how this has impacted a lot of games for the last several weeks. Great report. Thanks, Spencer.
Appreciate it.